Hello everyone, I am Asha Bist. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you all are safe. Today I welcome you all in class 4 EVS, second part of the chapter, our messages. Before starting with the second part, let me remind you the first part of this chapter. In the first part, we discussed about the meaning of communication. We talked about need of communication, the types of communication. We discussed personal communication and the postal system. So let's begin with the final and second part of this chapter. Telephone. This is the most common and fast means of communication. We can say the fastest means of communication because nowadays most of the people use telephones to communicate with their friends, their relatives, to anyone across the world. Telephone is the two-way means of communication. Two-way means here, like at the same time we can speak and listen to the message, whatever or to whom we are talking. Telephone helps us in connecting with people living far off places. From one place we can connect to people across the world using telephones. Telephone, as I said, is the fastest means of communication. Telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell. Through telephone, we can instantly talk to our relatives, our friends in our own city, in another city, as well as abroad too. To make a call in another city, we can make STD, subscriber trunk dialing, and to make a call in foreign countries, we can make ISD, that is international subscriber dialing. We can also send small or short messages through our telephones. These phones are used in our day-to-day life. Every day rather, all the people, they frequently use telephones nowadays. Using telephone, we can talk to people in our country or even abroad using STD or ISD facility that I have already explained you. Today, people use advanced version of telephones that are used as mini computers. You can say your smartphones. You have each and every facility in that. You have different social networking site from where you can get information, as well as you have many options there. You can go for a video call. You can speak to the person as well as see what the person is doing that point of time. You can even send messages, text messages. You can send pictures. You can send videos to different parts of the country as well as to abroad, whosoever is living there who is known to you. Short messages I have already explained. SMS, that is known as short message service. You can send short messages using your phone. Text messages, videos as well as audios, everything you can send using your phone. Now let's talk about fax. Dear students, fax we can send using a fax machine. We can send messages using this technology, and for this one person must be having a fax machine. This is typically used in offices where we send messages, handwritten messages as well as typed messages. A fax, sometimes we use it for telephonic transmission of scanned in printed material, usually to a telephone number associated with the printer or other output device. The receiving fax machine reconverts the coded image and prints a paper copy of the document. So this is the fax machine, how it works. Moving forward, yes, this we have already discussed. Now email, electronic mails. Nowadays, the computer plays a vital role in sending messages. After the advent of internet, people have been sending messages through it. Emails, for sending emails, firstly we need a computer. But nowadays, as we have the advanced version of mobiles, that is the smartphone, using our smartphone also we can send emails. When we send emails, we need internet facility to connect with the receiver. The full form of email, as I have already told you about that is the electronic mail. We can send messages via email to any person anywhere in the world, but the person should have an email ID. Electronic mails is information that is stored on a computer that is exchanged between two users over telecommunication. We can use this facility using our smartphones too. Email is a message that may contain text, files, images, or other attachments. We can send it using internet. At the same time, to whom we are sending this email should also have email ID and a internet service that is properly functional. Then only we'll be able to send email to that individual. When we send messages through internet, it is called email. We can send email to anywhere, to anyone, but the person should have an email ID that I have already explained. If you want to send an email to a person who is not having his own email ID, then you will not be able to send email to that individual. Now let's talk about mass communication. Mass media. When we communicate to a large number of people at the same time is known as mass communication. When we not only talk to one person but more than one person when we communicate. For example, when your teacher teaches you using these smartphones and all the students of a particular class while sitting at home, they study together. That is a mass communication. As well as every day you get a newspaper. The newspaper is delivered to every student's home if they have asked for it. Then it is again a example of mass communication, as the same news everyone is going to have. Television is again a means of mass communication where all the people across the country can watch a particular channel, whatever they like. Means the same thing is being displayed everywhere. So that is again a means of mass communication. As I said that mass communication, when we communicate to a large group or group of people, that at the same time, that is very important. At the same time, when we talk to a group of people, that is mass communication. Some of the examples I have given to you, like the advertisement you see on your televisions, these are also mass communication. They are making aware people about different products, and the same thing is being watched by rest of the people too. Examples I have already given: newspaper and magazine. These are the means of mass communication. These are also known as print media, as you get information in printed form. They provide us information across the globe. If you are reading a newspaper, you can see that a newspaper holds information about the whole world, about each and every sphere of life. It might be sports, it might be science, it might be movies, or it might be about your state, about your country, about the whole world. Nowadays, we have e-books or e-magazines too. These can be utilized if the internet is functional, internet facility is there in our mobile phones or in our computers. We can go to read all these books through our smartphones. Radio and television. G. Marconi, he invented radio for the first time. Radio broadcast audio programs. It also gives us latest news and other information on sports, speeches, discussions, educational lessons and entertainment programs like music, plays, stories and many more. Here plays is wrong. In place of plays, you must read it as plays. Earlier people used radios very frequently everywhere, as the televisions were not that much developed, as well as they were very expensive too. During that time, each and every family used to have a radio in which they used to listen to music, they used to listen to the news across the world, the commentary of a cricket match or any kind of match, the local programs they used to hear. So that is why radio was very famous earlier time. But nowadays people mostly prefer television, in which they can see different programs. Now, films. At last, let's talk about films. Films, also called movies, motion pictures or moving picture, is a visual art form used to stimulate or simulate experiences that communicate ideas, stories, perceptions, feelings, beauty or atmosphere through the use of moving images. They spread messages, they educate us as well as they entertain us. If we talk about Indian film industry, a large number of films are produced in India. Even we can say that India is the largest producer of films in the whole world. Films are the motion movies which help us to entertain ourselves. We, along with our family members, watch many animated movies, educational movies, as well as we just love to watch all these film programs on television or in the movie hall, where we enjoy all these things with our family members. These are the means of mass communication, where more than one person, group of people, they watch these films together and get information and entertained through these films. Hope you liked this video and understood the chapter. We'll soon meet with some more interesting videos from your EVS book. Till then, take care and have a nice day.